the class up in the next 2 units, and this video is going to talk about the Unit 9 discussion board post. So in this discussion board post, we've had a couple of prompts where we've talked about you having a business. And so in this one, we're going back to maybe the business that you did for the currency one is booming. And so you're expanding your business and you've got to hire new people. And so you want to think about and tell us in your post, what is your business, first of all? Like, what do you do? And then you need to tell us 3 vacancies that you have. So that could be a manager, a cashier, a sales representative, someone who is a technician, someone who's doing trade work, any of those. So just 3 different types of positions that you need in this business so that it runs smoothly. You should have a minimum of 3 employees. So whatever 3 you identify, you have to have at least 3. So if you pick managers, you would need 3 managers. If you need salespeople, you would need any value 3 or more. Same thing with office assistants, any number 3 or more. Now, I would keep these to under 10 because the calculations are going to get too large otherwise. So this is how many people you need. There are twice as many people that are going to apply for these positions that are needed. And so you're wanting to think of how could you staff in your different branch? And then would this be a combination or a permutation, and why? So if you're looking for 6 salespeople, you get 12 applicants. If you're looking for 4 office assistants, you get 8 applicants that are qualified. So to figure out how many different ways you can staff, you have to figure out if this is a permutation or combination. And so what you have to ask yourself is, does order matter? And that can be a weird concept when it comes to jobs, right? So think of it this way. If you apply to be a manager, does it matter if you get hired to be a salesperson? If you apply for an office assistant, does it matter if they hire you to be a manager? Is it the same? I think the answer here is going to be no, because you want to do what you applied for, and so order does matter. So based on that statement, tell me if it would be a permutation or combination, and then calculate it for each one of those. So you have 6 applicants, you need to pick 3. You have 4 applicants, you need to pick 8 applicants, you need to pick 4, 12 applicants, you need to pick 6. So you're doing those formulas, and then you're going to put them all together to tell me how many total positions. In your second post, you're going to pretend that you interviewed 2 people for each position, and you cut them. So I would have 1 manager, 4 salespeople, and 2 assistants in my reply. How many different ways can you branch it? So again, determine if it's a combination or a permutation based on what we just walked through. Then you're going to have, instead of 6 pick 3, you're going to have 4 pick 1 because you eliminated 2 people. So instead of 12 pick 6, you're going to have 10 pick 6 because you're eliminating those 2 people from the calculation. And so you're going to share each of those calculations. In your third reply, again, these are usually the thinking ones and the ones that are not terribly mathy. So you just want to find someone that you find interesting. Maybe their business is interesting. Maybe how they set things up is interesting. And if you're familiar with hiring, how do you find candidates? And are there surprising places that you look for candidates? So maybe it's Indeed, maybe it's LinkedIn, maybe it's networking, job fairs. And then, like, what are the things you would consider hiring employees? And even if you haven't done that in the past, just think about and internalize, like, what would that look like for you if you were running your own business? What kind of things would you want to know about somebody before you hired them? So maybe their time management skills, maybe their capabilities, maybe how well they use a computer, all of those types of things. And then, is there any resource you used this week to better understand combinations, permutations, and the counting principle? And that is your discussion for this week. I look forward to seeing all of your responses.